they had the charity fight finally yesterday between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Now, obviously, I'm not a big boxing fan, but I was like, to see a little charity fight, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested because, first of all, it's Tyson, okay? Tyson's one of the most, prolific figures in boxing history. So, and then especially after seeing Tyson getting back in shape and sparring with guys and, like, taking out trainers, I'm like, yes. Let Tyson win. But even though they had, like, a whole bunch of rules that
the exhibition.
The exhibition, yeah, for real. Cause I was like, as soon as he said no knockout, I was like, well, there you go, Tyson again. Lay him out. Tyson was going for a knockout. I
feel like that's why they made that rule. They was like, all right now, Tyson. Like, they seen them videos and was like, somebody get him.
Yes, yeah, because I think he was preparing to get, knocked the fuck out. So I know, like I said, this is a wrestling show, but the thing about it, Tyson was in an angle with Chris Jericho in AEW over the summertime because this fight was supposed to happen pretty much over the summertime, but then it kind of got pushed back to November, and they had a whole angle that just dropped out of nowhere. Tyson was holding the TNT Championship for Cody at, I want to say it was Double or Nothing.
Yeah, Vegas thing. Yeah.
Exactly. So then he got in a feud with Jericho, came there a little drunk, but that was truly going to be a thing. Like I said, Tyson's been really involved with AEW, so obviously now we see that he's trained, the fight is done. So maybe he'll probably pop up at the beginning of the year to, reignite the rivalry with Chris Jericho. So because Jericho ain't really got nothing going on right now, other than the whole MJF Inner Circle thing. So, but the fight yesterday ended in a draw.
Bullshit.
I thought we knew that. I thought they said at the beginning that it's going to be a draw.
I did not know that.
I thought they said. I could have sworn I seen the thing that said no winners would be crowned. Oh. That's why I wasn't surprised.
Still bullshit.
Well, yeah. Tyson definitely won. But
yeah, I mean, honestly, I really wanted to see, Mike. It's sad to say I wanted to see Mike Tyson lay out Roy Jones Jr. But after seeing Mike Tyson drop 100 pounds and getting back into like great boxing shape that that he's been in, especially being 57 years old, 54, 57 years old.
54.
He's 54. Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
he's 54.
Yeah, I just had the other day.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
They didn't let you forget it that he was 54 on the show.
I'm telling you, one of the things the Nerd Coalition got to do is we got to do with Primetime like Dave Chappelle did with Charlie Murphy and had like Primetime's True Hollywood Stories. Yeah. And
you know what? I know the perfect person to have him on, but this type of climate, I can't say it right now because we got a lot of stuff going on. But I know exactly who I can do that for.
I'm about to say, and we can just have a say. We just sit back and listen to these stories, bro. These jokes be hilarious.
I know who my Rick James would be. I already know.
Oh my god!
I talked to you after the show. I did that. Maybe something I gotta do in the future though.
That would be hilarious.
Prior's True Hollywood Stories, bro. That joke be hilarious. So, yeah. So like I said, it was for charity anyway. There was no knockouts. There was no other. I don't have the rules pulled up in front of me, but that I just it's a charity boxing thing. But the highlight, even though it shouldn't have been a highlight at all, so they had another charity box.
Before we get to that real quick, though,
sure.
I think did y'all see the end interviews at the end?
No,
with Tyson and Roy Jones.
Yeah, they was on the stage.
Oh wait, is that the one where he? I think this might have been in the beginning, where he was just like, "Why everybody so worried about him? I ain't boxing."
No, that was at the end. Yeah, that was at the end.
That was the end. Oh
yes.
My god! He said, "Why y'all worried about him? I ain't boxing 15 years. He just stopped boxing 3 years ago."
Yeah, everybody worried for him, and then
why you not worried about me?
See that thing where I was like, "Oh, he in trouble," because like it was like, "All right, it's a draw." Mike, how do you feel about this? Michael was like, "Okay, we did good. Okay, the people went home happy. I'm happy." It was like, "All right, Roy, what do you think about this? Are you happy with this?" No, I ain't happy. I wear draws. I ain't with this mess. And then he looked at Mike, and Mike had like a serious face. He was like, "It made the people happy though, so we good."
Bro, don't do that.
I was like, all right.
You better not rile that man up.
Oh, you're like, oh, you want to win fight? You want a real fight, bro? I'm sorry. Actually, Tyson was knocking down trainers. I said,
bruh, they don't want no real fight. That would honestly be like your two drunk uncles fighting over the last rib at the cookout. That's what that would be. They be just going to be like, somebody go separate Mike and Roy. No, we're not doing this. Okay.
Separate?
Nah,
no.
Yeah. Mike said he ain't. Mike said he don't want to do like the knockout stuff. He said the exhibition is good because he get to entertain people without getting that much hurt. Especially against Roy. Roy wasn't throwing that many punches for him to get hurt, but I guess them stomach punches was definitely getting to Roy though.
Like I said, even this man 54 years old, it's still Tyson.
Exactly.
Especially he had that power back too.
Oh my god.
Or some of it. Yeah.
Like seeing that much power and speed, I'm like, Mike Tyson's be like, is a stable dude. Sometimes it just be like, ooh, don't want to piss that man off. Don't want to piss it. But the thing is, when it comes to him working in wrestling, I heard, they've been enjoying working with him. He knows how to pull a punch.
He's the actual fan.
Yeah, I think that's the difference when you dealing with folks who actually like enjoy this, like watching wrestling, because they come out there, I guess, with a respect level for what people like, what they do. Mm-hmm. So they're willing to work with them and train and do either that or somebody who takes their sport seriously, because you can't just be crossing over in other sports. Yeah,
because when it comes,
I see what she did.
Yeah, you said segue right there. So we had another cherry boxing match, which I didn't know who's even on the undercard. Because it featured Jake Paul, and people are not a fan of Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any of the Pauls.
How bad can we cuss on here?
I mean, well, I only got one rule: no N-word.
I don't gotta say an N-word, but Jake Paul is a dickhead. Capital D dickhead. Alright.
Well, I agree, but I already know when it comes to boxing, this man has actually had a professional fight. Like, professional.
And he be training.
Yes. That's the problem. I'm like, that's why I want. So, anyway. He go up against Nate Robinson. People may say, wait a minute. Now, if you're a basketball head like myself or fan like Primetime, y'all know who Nate Robinson is. Nate Robinson, three-time slam dunk champion winner. Nate Robinson came in there in the 2000. Was he the 2005? No, he was 2006 draft, wasn't he?
I think 4 or 5. Maybe the same one as Chris Paul, so maybe 2005.
No, if it's the same one as Chris Paul, that's 2005.
Yeah, so I think it's 2000. I think so.
Exactly.
So if you got drafted 15 years ago into the NBA, you should probably just not do this.
Now here's the thing about Nate Robinson, because Nate Robinson is a freak athlete. Let me put it out there first. Nate Robinson's a freak athlete. Nate Robinson.
He almost played for the Seahawks last year.
That's what I'm saying. Nate Robinson plays football, basketball, and runs track at a high level.
Damn.
So
and that's where it stops.
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't ready. That's where I had to stop, because he's not a boxer. And that's where it stops.
And he goes in there with Jake Paul. Now, here's the thing. Now, look. Anytime, I see some assholes or some privileged kid get up in there, and I'm like, and he talk all this shit, and I'm like, oh my God. Yo, you got to give me one for the culture, okay? So, Nate Robinson's in there, clearly is not a boxer.
For this fight, for one.
He look like me in there. Cause I'm like, there ain't no form or nothing.
I got a couple things to say about this. For one, they said he was training 6 days a week.
Who?
That's what they said when he was fighting.
Nate Robinson?
Was training. Yes.
That's
he was training 6 days a week. Might have been 6 days a week for 30 minutes. That it was like less than an hour of some time. I don't know. It was like you couldn't have been training hours. You couldn't have been training hours a day. You couldn't have been.
Unless he was training the wrong way.
No, bro. He was training on what was that game back in the day that was hot when it was like Dreamcast? My man was out here playing. He had to be playing video games.
No,
not have been playing.
Obviously, only offense only.
I'm about to say, it looked like either Nate was practicing, like Prime said, offense only, or he was just practicing his just being athletic. But once again, you don't practice like you're getting ready for a basketball game or a football game or running track where you about to go in there and box.
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that's what he did, but I'm just saying if he did all the hours of training, it didn't show very well. And what happened was the fight started. How long he last? Like 40 seconds?
Early in the second round.
Yeah, it was the second round.
Oh, second round. Oh, wasn't the first one? Okay. Well, come second round.
Almost was the first round, but you know.
Jake caught him. I don't know whether it was uppercut or a hook, and Nate Robinson just kaplatted.
He hit the mat 3 times.
But he hit that like that last one where he got knocked out. I was like, I didn't even see where the punch connected well enough for you to be falling like this.
I mean, footwork. He probably had no footwork. He was already stumbling, and then he just caught him on the way down.
Oh God, he just looked like you know how you have a toy and you hit the off switch and it just stopped mid stride and fall over. Mm-hmm. That's what he looked like. It's just like, bruh, you know how what's the saying? If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, do you hear it? Like,
Nate Robinson.
I would call that method. I would call that method. Andy's coming.
I was about to say same thing. Andy's coming. Torches drop.
Andy's coming.
I was just proud. I swear you read my mind. I said it looked like he looked like a fallen Woody or Buzz from Toy Story. Like Andy covered and then he just dropped down to the ground.
I can't believe I haven't seen that meme yet. Oh my God. Oh,
what did he expect to happen with Knicks colors on? Come on, man.
He was repping his first team? Oh, no.
Yeah, he did have the Knicks shorts on.
Like, come on now. You was a beast when you was on the Bulls. Everybody knows this now.
That's what I was saying.
Went to the conference finals. This man almost went to the conference finals by himself.
I'm like, you rep Chicago. Maybe even Boston, but you rep Chicago. You don't come out there with New York.
Oh. I guess New York was his most famous team. Like, the most he was, like, relevant. But then when he went to the Bulls, he had number 2. This man almost beat LeBron in the conference finals. I mean,
he blocked LeBron's shot in the conference finals.
Yeah, I don't.
He will talk about that?
I don't know what he think about.
you don't talk about that with that much?
I can't. One of the first things I saw when we were done yesterday and I got back on social media. Mm-hmm. Scotty Beam, crazy self, was on Instagram, and he tweeted. Nate Robinson tweeted, I guess before the fight, "Gonna shock the world, bro."
Oh yeah.
And she retweeted it. It was like, we gotta be specific with our manifestations. And I said, "No, wait a minute. Don't do this."
Yeah. Nate Robinson
just said, "But shock how? How you gonna shock the world, Nate?"
He was right though.
He was, but that's not what he meant.
No, Nate Robinson had to embarrass at least 36 million people last night.
Listen, all of the blacks, we're embarrassed. We're very embarrassed.
And I'm like, as a basketball head, I'm just like, oh, Nate, what are you doing? Like I said, I respect Nate because Nate is a freakish athlete. That should not be taken away from him. But I do want people to understand that even though you're an athlete, people do play multiple sports. Mm-hmm. Because everybody can't be Barry Bonds or Deion Sanders. Okay? But it takes a lot to be a professional at one sport. Mm-hmm. And just to go into another sport. Like, Shannon and Skip, we talk about this all the time.
Oh, Shannon gave it to him last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they talk about this. It's like this. He said, even if you are the best basketball player, but you go in and face the very worst boxer there ever is, that boxer's going to lay you out. Mm-hmm. And that's the same thing when it comes to wrestling. Look at Tyson Fury. Well, saying.
Oh God, you gonna bring this up again? All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people call him as a good boxer, right? I don't watch boxing. Yeah. So yeah. And he goes,
him and Wilder is the two best right at the moment.
Yeah. He goes into wrestling, and I'm like, You don't have the skill for this. It's not as easy as look. Now, once again, you have stars like Pat McAfee who makes this shit look easy.
Oh, he's making it look real easy.
Yeah, Pat McAfee makes it look easy, yeah, Pat McAfee makes it look easy, but it's just like when Floyd went up in there or Muhammad Ali went up in there. So you're entering a different world with different athletics to a different way. You have to train your body, and you just cannot go there and do all the things you think you can do. It's kind of remember you used to watch the WWE Game Night primetime.
You talking about on like Saturdays or whatever?
Well, it used to be back when Heath Slater was doing it.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know
yes.
what you're talking about.
Remember when like
Kofi? I swear I thought you talking about an actual TV show.
No. Remember when Kofi?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Kofi and AJ Styles trying to play basketball.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, that was terrible.
And I was like, Kofi?
Oh, I had a Kofi. I had Kofi. You would have thought Kofi was a baller. Kofi was like trash.
I was like, no. It was Kofi and the Miz playing.
It was so disappointing because he was playing against the Miz first.
Yeah, Kofi and the Miz was playing basketball. I was like, you can't beat the Miz. And
the Miz is actually good at basketball.
And the Miz is actually giving Kofi to work in basketball. And I'm like, Kofi. And y'all see how athletic Kofi is on, period.
That's what makes it more disappointing because you could have dunked on him or something.
The same thing when they was playing like horses play basketball also. And then you see how athletic AJ Styles is. He can't play basketball worth a nut. Like remember he got mad and threw the whole ball and kicked the rack over.
I think I remember this.
And I'm just like, it's ignorant to think that, hey, you thought they could probably, because they're so athletic, they could probably play basketball or do it like an athletic sport, but they really weren't that good. Like, if Kofi was to play Smush Parker would trash Kofi. Prime understands the reference.
Okay.
Because Kobe said that's his worst teammate in life.
I thought you should have said Kwame Brown. That would have been more of the time for the people.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, the reason I say Smush Parker is because you're not going to have a 7-foot guy or 6'11" guy go up against a 1-on-1 against somebody. Kofi only 6'4", 6 something like that. So,
maybe.
Yeah. So Smush Parker is in that in that height level that Kofi's in. So yeah, Smush Parker would have trashed Kofi, and he's regarded one of the worst basketball players. So. Oh, I'm sorry that you stepped out your element and got embarrassed like that.
Oh, for real. They was giving it to him.
Well, actually, there are exceptions because LeBron, he probably can go to football and give some people to work. I think he might. I think there's exceptions.
Like I said, everybody can't be Barry Bonds or Deion Sanders.
I'm about to say,
yes, I think LeBron. Yeah, I think LeBron is probably the only exception.
Like I think LeBron could go play football, become Megatron 2.0.
Or Mahomes. LeBron or Mahomes, maybe, because he's a baseball star, too.
Mahomes was playing baseball, but you know what? T.O. also. Because T.O. can play some basketball.
Oh, yeah.
T.O. can play, T.O. is dunking.
But again, have any of these people stepped into a boxing ring?
No. They're
not that crazy.
They're not that, no.
Different kind of conditioning, different kind of training.
Absolutely.
And look, he earned all of these. Somebody's going to say... Man, these YouTubers not fucking around. Last thing they heard was make sure you like and subscribe before he went there.
I swear I think Morrow said that. I think Morrow said that in the watching, like, you know how when they show the fight back, I think he said he hit the like button and he hit the like and subscribe button on Nate Robinson's head. I think he said that.
Oh my!
That's like a Mauro Ronaldo thing to say because a whole grain Shane would have said that.
Oh my God! Did y'all hear Snoop Dogg's commentary though?
I heard he was very entertaining.
Snoop was like, this man was singing. What was song was he singing? Oh my gosh, Precious Lord. He was singing Precious Lord when he got knocked down the first time.
Yo, I swear Snoop Dogg got so many hats. I don't know what hat he gonna wear today.
Whatever he want, he be like, "You want me to do what? All right, cool. I'm with."
Yo, Prime. In 1 week, Snoop Dogg went from ending racism to singing Precious Lord. Take my hand.
He released a collab collection with Undertaker. He doing commentary for boxing. He performing. He probably taping with Martha later this week. Like, he don't know what to do with himself.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like, if they let him say what he want to say, like, cause he was cussing or whatever, they let him do that. Like, he's a good commentator. He just talked like a black, obviously an urban guy. But he's like, yeah, what's up, cuz? What's up, homie? And that, but he's a good commentator. Like, he's bringing up good points during the fight.
That's the funny part, though. Like the best part of some like commentary, it be like your ratchet cousin or uncle or somebody. It'd be hilarious, but they can't let them on TV because they be cussing.
Yep.
And saying whatever comes to their mind. But oh my God, this whole thing, I was so embarrassed because I love Nate Robinson, but this was a mess. Nobody asked for this. And the crazy part was, I remember earlier in the year, Jake Paul wanted to do this fight, and it was several people who was just like, I'll fight him.
Yo, somebody said they missed they should have went full wrestling at the end. Jake Paul should came out there and challenged Tyson.
No, they should.
Well, I don't think he challenged him, but he was like talking. He was like, "Yeah, I can do that to McGregor." I was like, "Yeah, that's something you don't want to do." But I guess he's
Jake Paul saying like I'm kind of all right.
Okay.
I mean, he's doing it for his marketing thing. So I mean,
look,
him versus McGregor, he getting money. He don't care about
that's what it is. He gonna get paid either way. But there's people who really wanted to beat his ass earlier this year, and I was like, y'all should have let him do it. Now look what we got.
Nate Robinson.
Oh God.
This man's name is definitely forgotten. He could probably try to go back to the NBA now.
Out here looking like great value. We did not ask.
Nah, he might just stay retired.
Like it has to.
I mean, you can't disrespect what he did in the NBA, but you can't switch over either.
No. But you can't come back neither. Talk about something.
You gotta chill. You gotta sit in the corner for a minute.
Oh, he can't Undertaker. He can't do the Undertaker.
No, first Deontay Wilder. Now y'all both need to go sit and think about what you did.
First of all, the difference between the Undertaker
First of all,
and Deontay Wilder
is not. Deontay Wilder is dead. Okay. Come on now. Let the man rest.
No, bruh.
He don't want to rest.
He didn't want to. Remember, he decided to let the rematch clause expire, sir.
Yeah, so she's deceased.
Say
He
when you
ain't had time to do it, man.
Oh my God! Wait, I'm sorry. Another one that I forgot. I wanted to mention when he said, "I'm gonna shock the world, bro," to Steph Curry.
And
this man replied after the fight was like, "I see no lies."
Meanwhile, Seth is taking his child to the golf course with Peyton Manning and Charles Barkley.
Oh God. Oh Jesus, I can't. Like, listen. I know I'm gonna be working, but I know you gonna be watching Undisputed tomorrow.
I got you.
I am waiting for Shannon to come on to skill. Did you see Nate skill?
I want to see what Stephen A. got to say.
Oh God.
No, see, still ain't gonna bust a love vessel because Nate Ross out there represent the Knicks. Okay, that's why he out there represent the Knicks, and he told us, "You take the damn shorts off. This is for poppers." Like that's coming. That's coming.
Just real quick, Doc. That's something that I kind of remembered from the Roy Jones and Tyson fight. They have mics in the ring so you can hear them. And one of his trainers was like, "Yeah, he's doing this. He's doing that. Can you see it coming?" He was like, "Somewhat. Not really." I was like, "Oh no!" That was like after the first round. He was like, "Somewhat." I was like, "Oh, That's when I thought he was about to get knocked out at that point. But of course, Tyson kept it easy on him. But yeah, my bad. I just remembered that. Y'all can keep going.
No, I had to mention it. I know we rarely do like sports in this. I usually do sports on my Ballers Lounge podcast, which has been, you know what I'm saying, up and down. We are trying to get together a season 2 for that. So like I said, we haven't like we're trying to go through a rebuilding process. So I haven't got a chance to really like fully talk about it and stuff like that. But however, I was like, look, since I know Tyson doesn't get involved in wrestling, and the reason why the Jericho feud got pushed back was because of this, I was like, yeah. And then of course Snoop Dogg, WWE Hall of Famer, is on there.
WWE Hall of Famer.
Which, and also I think coming this week, the whole Stupid Undertaker stuff comes out, so I gotta make sure I can pre-order mine.
I am honest to God.
You gotta get one.
Understand.
You gotta get one.
I still am trying to process why we're doing this.
Why?
So they can end racism.
In a hearse on a T-shirt.
Why not? Fuck it. The world already. What the hell? Why not? Just why?
Well, if somebody Photoshop Nate Robinson in the back of the hearse, I'll buy it.
Yo.
Well, hey.
Yo.
Coming soon.
Yo.
They already did that for him on the little mattress to sleep better, more sleep, something like that.
I seen them. They put him on the shoulders. You know how they be having the guys with the casket on their shoulders.
Yeah.
They put him on the shoulders.
That's
That's his team walking him back to the locker room. Listen, somebody had to carry him. Ain't no way they just waited for him to get up.
Somebody did I'm Nate. You might be wondering how I got here. Let's go back to the beginning.
That's the story.
Yes.
Yes.
Whatever credibility Nate Robinson had left is gone. So,
bro, just don't say nothing. Just pretend this didn't happen. Just be
Nate,
like, I'm a three-time slam dunk champ.
You can't even use that no more. You can't use that. Nate Robinson is a regular old short black dude now. That's all he is.
Stop.
That's all that. It's all Nate Robinson is forever and a day. He is just a short black dude.
That's a daggone shame. Just negated this man. He negated his own NBA career because he just had to go out there and do something extra.
But like I said, not even this NBA. Like I said, you read some projects that said this man was trying to join the Seahawks last year.
That's fine.
Because he can play football.
Don't nobody. They like, no, we good over here.
Yeah. Now he can't. Every door he knock at, they put the visor like, no,
we good.
No, it's closed. It's like that almost happened to Brock until he came to UFC. Because when Brock was on the Vikings.
Oh.
Yeah, and messed that whole. And then he make it to that team. And he was like, oh yeah, football kind of different. But then he went to UFC and started, killing people. Yeah. There's like, okay, yeah.
I'm telling you, he gonna be CM Punk, and every time somebody mention it, he's gonna get bitter about it. Watch. I'm willing to bet money. Yes.
But see, the thing is,
I think he can take the joke.
I'm about to say, look, to people this, CM Punk, people are ready to forgive CM Punk. They're like, just come back to wrestling. You didn't want to do this at first. He just mad.
Listen, he don't want to admit that he's just mad. He don't want to concede and go back to wrestling. He don't want to do nothing.
I mean, they got fired on his wedding day.
Honestly, they had a charity fight. I would love to see CM Punk versus Jason David Frank and have Jason David Frank knock his ass out. I'd be like, as a wrestling fan, I'm pissed the fuck off.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh god. That's another.
First of all, how was him fighting in the UFC even fair? First of all, this man had like 18 martial arts styles.
Jason David Frank.
That fair?
Don't know.
I don't like him, but he's legit.
Yeah, he big. Like, for no reason.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with that, man.
I can't. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just going through the memes. The one where they photoshopped Simba where he was like, get up, Dad. That door. It's just too much. It's too much.
Come on, black folks. We gotta pull together and see if we can find somebody. Like I said, it don't really matter now. I think Jake Paul really does not care about getting knocked out.
No.
He's only 23, so he got a long career. If you want to keep doing.
He don't care about pissing people off. He don't care about what he say, how he say it. Folks are still gonna follow him. Okay.
I think now that he's in too deep, I think he's just doing it for the marketing at this point.
Might as well. If he can market that, get Tyson, because he know everybody will pay. He's a natural heel. He knows everybody will pay to see Conor McGregor or Tyson or Floyd knock his ass out.
None of them are going to get in the ring with him because they will actually do damage to him.
Wouldn't it be fucked up though if he slip up and like lay one of them out?
I would never.
Well, this is not James Ellsworth, so.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I just can't see that happening because I don't see Tyson doing it. Mayweather might. If he talking up shit, Mayweather might be like, all right, I'll slide you one. Like, literally, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. But I just can't see. McGregor, I could kind of see maybe taking this. But he also already made an ass of himself with this whole Floyd thing. So, I don't know. I really don't.
Oh, boy.